Hello students, let's learn axis of symmetry for centroid and center of gravity. So, let us have some sections for this. This is T section. Now, what is this XX and YY? It is centroidal axis. The axis which is passing through the centroid of section, it is known as centroidal axis. G is the centroid of section. Right, this one is flange and this one is web of T section. Right, now let us cut this section along x-axis. Right, now this section is cut along x-axis. Now look at the cutout parts. This is part 1 and this is part 2. Now tell me, are these two parts are mirror image of each other? Yes or no? And the answer is no, they are not mirror image of each other. So you can say there is no symmetry along x-axis. Right. Now next. Now again same T section, let us cut the same section along centroidal YY axis. Again, what is centroidal axis? The centroidal axis that is passing through the centroid of section. Right, so let us cut this section along centroidal YY. Right, now the resultant section is this, the cutout parts. This is part 1 and this is part 2. Now tell me, are these two parts are mirror image of each other? Yes or no? Yes, they are mirror image of each other. Right, so this section is symmetrical about y-axis. Right, now next. Now we have another one section, it is I section. This is top flange of I section and this one is bottom flange of I section. Right, and this one is web of I section and centroidal x-axis and centroidal y axis. Right, now let us cut the section along x-axis. Now what is the resultant section? What about the cutout parts? This one is part 1 and this one is part 2. Now tell me whether these two sections, these two cutout parts are mirror image of each other or not. And the answer is no. But why? Because the dimension of this top flange and bottom flange are not same. They are different, and that's why these two sections are not mirror image of each other. Right, so this section is not symmetrical along x. Now the same section we have cut along centroidal YY axis. Now resultant part is part 1 and part 2. Right, now tell me, is this symmetry along y? Yes, because these two parts are mirror image of each other, means the section is symmetrical about y-axis. Right, now next. Now you have to tell me what is the difference between previous one and this one. Here the dimension of top flange and bottom flange both are same. In previous case, the dimension of bottom flange is more as compared to top flange. Right, so here top flange and bottom flange have equal dimensions. Right, so now let us cut this section along x. Now tell me, these two sections, they are mirror image of each other. Right, because the dimensions of top flange and bottom flange is same. That's why. Right, so this section is symmetrical about x-axis. Now next, let us cut the same section along y. Now same way, this section is also symmetrical about y because these two parts are mirror image of each other. Right, so this section is symmetrical about x as well as this section is symmetrical about y. Right, now next. Now let us have a C section. Now centroid of C section lies outside of section. Right, it is right now marked. Right, it is a G. Right, G is the centroid of section. Now let us cut the section along XX. Now these two are cutout parts. Now tell me, is it symmetrical about x? Yes, because these two parts are mirror image of each other. That's why this section is symmetrical about x. And does it symmetrical about y? No, this is not symmetrical about y, because if you cut this section along y, definitely this part 1 and this part 2, they are not mirror image of each other. So no symmetry along y axis. So hope your all doubts of axis of symmetry is clear. Still, if you have any doubt, any question, any query, I am happy to solve your queries. And if you have any query, please mail me at structuralengineeringconcepts@gmail.com. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.